Good afternoon. So we're on the QRP Labs QMX, the mid band, 60 to 15 meters. The Bamatech, and I just bumped the DITs, and so my SWR protection just kicked that off. Got my ATU-10, and we are on a vertical HF antenna known as the Chelegance MC750 with the ABR Industries ferrite loaded coax cable here at US 10067, Lower Hobble Creek. And that was a nice little cameo from the crane something. I don't know what that is. One-to-one SWR with the ATU-10. Ooh, I just got a ham alert. Let's see who it is. Ooh, Aaron, W4ARB. I might go hunt him first thing. Aaron's right underneath the noise. Well, we're going to be on 20 meters. Looks like 14036 is clear. I'm going to call QRL. Ooh, there's an issue with that Bamatech, I can tell you right now. Super sloppy. I got to tighten it up. And I don't have a screwdriver, so I'm actually not going to be able to. So we'll be on the Palm Pico instead. I always do that, I always unplug my mic. If you have questions on how to acquire a Palm Pico, let me know. Mine's not for sale. Yeah, I was having some weird rebound issues with the Bamatech. And I could tell it's that left paddle. I gotta tighten it. I actually do have something that would probably tighten it. I have like a screwdriver on my key, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, this sounds clear to me. So 14036, 20 meters, we're underway. Not at 25 words per minute. Slow that down a little bit. Spit my gum out because you guys don't hear me smacking it all day long. I don't know how Steve does it, but he gets to me first a lot of the time. We have each other in ham alert for sure, but still, it surprises me how often he does it. Yeah, good to get 559 right off the bat, Pennsylvania. This is my favorite park for that reason. Yeah, KF0GE, that was a strong signal. Little slower than I'm used to out here. I wonder how band conditions are. So I tried to do a soda today. Just disaster. There was no trail, and I kind of knew that, but I wanted to scout it out. And there was just no way. So I had scheduled the soda, and I didn't have service up there, so I just did POTA, and I had a summit to summit come to me. So in my new CW operator behavior, I tried to explain to him, hey, I'm actually not doing a soda. This isn't a summit to summit. So I just emailed him later. I was like, hey, just heads up. But I mean, what can you do in that situation? Like I was planning to, it just didn't work out. You still got the CUSA though, and I got the summit hunted or chased. You chase. park to park. It's at Lake Easton State Park. Great to get the park to park in there. Thanks, Daniel. It is hot. It's like 93 degrees, and I'm directly in the sun. There's some people that you just love when they come to you. I love hearing from my buddy Brent. He's one of those like friendly faces on the POTA site. Just his smile. As a new CW operator, I always felt like we were friends. Like Brent knows who I am, I know who Brent is, and I always hunt him. I think he's like kind of north central Oregon, but I feel like he goes over to Idaho sometimes. I may be wrong. I know he activates along the Oregon Trail that I think goes through Idaho. I need to start bringing garbage bags. I'm always surprised how much garbage there is. Just, I think it's the people that fish out here. They bring a lot of like bait and food, and they unfortunately leave a lot of garbage behind. But I think Thomas, K4SWL, he does like a really good job advocating for like good behavior in parks and for POTA guys to have good reputations. And it's like when I go to parks, like, whoop, was that somebody there? He talks about making inconspicuous donations, and a lot of the parks I visit, though, they're wildlife management areas, and there's a park to park. I swear that's the park I just got in a park to park. That's awesome. He was really weak. I might have lost him in the QSB there. But I think he's there activating with K7NXL. That's great. So both of them came to me for the park to park. I screwed up my park number like 3 times, but I think they know what park I'm at. Unless they're both operating independently and they have no idea. N5JST. Was that a bug? I'm trying to get good at recognizing. But I talked to my buddy Adam AI4UH in Pennsylvania. He's got a really cool collection of keys. And I was telling him I might finally snag a bug. I think a bug might be more my type than a straight key. And I know they're kind of I guess it's a semi-automatic. So does that make it like it's not a manual? So I know like a straight key, that's referred to as like a hand key where you do everything. But a bug kind of does. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe one of you guys could. But I talked to WJ7S. I met him, and his name is John Sager at Field Day, and he was just raving about his bug. He has a ton of iambic paddles, but he was telling me how fun it is to send on a bug. And great to get James in North Carolina. That's why I love this park. I feel like I do so well with the East Coast. Yeah, like I was saying, when I do it, I'm gonna do a key video at some point and talk about the keys that I have and walk you through kind of how it all unfolded with, how I started to choose keys. That's a very faint. Whoa, I just noticed something very weird. I think right there when I went to respond to him, I don't know when that happened, but I've been hitting this VFO. There's like a little button here to get off of because my CQ calls on repeat. And when I clicked that, I think it sent me to my previous frequency, which is 14045. But KE4ZUN, he just spotted me 14036, so that's good. I was worried that I might have left my frequency for a minute. And I did for a Is that N2XTT? XT20. Hey, another park to park. Park to park in New Jersey? Are you kidding me? All right, so I gotta pay attention to that. If I do click off on my repeat, I've got this SPF 100 all over me. It's just glue. My arm's just sticking to my shorts. But as long as I don't get sunburnt. I didn't catch that. There you go. Man, Robert in Oklahoma, that was a freaking great signal. 5.9. I usually get pretty good signals, 20 meters, like Oklahoma, Missouri, just booming. I know it can come from anywhere though. That's it's like Robert comes to me there when I have headphones in, I'm in trouble. I'm 28 dBs RBN. That's pretty good. Ooh, there's a POTA activator in Romania. But he's at 14024, so I'd have to go hurry and pass my extra exam so I could contact him. And he's also 2 dBs, so I probably won't hear him. I am not a big time DXer. I am not. right. So I mentioned earlier it's 93 degrees, so we'll see how many times my camera crashes. So far that was once. I think it crashed right after I said I'm not a big time DXer. And it's not because I don't want to be. It's that I just, in my neighborhood, I have so much noise. For the life of me, I can't ever hear anybody outside the US. It could be my antenna. But even when I have my KH1, when I take that to the backyard, it's like I just can't hear anybody. I've made a few QSOs with it, like in the US, but I do have a New Zealand DX from my base station, but all of my other DX contacts are hunters coming to me while I'm out here, which is amazing. There's nothing cooler than being QRP set up like this and having, you know, Japan, Sweden, Italy, France, Australia. I will admit, most of my DX contacts are when I'm QRO in my truck. But I have had QRP once, and that's very cool. I had a QRP hunt. So that's true, I did hunt a QRP station in New Zealand. It was the same one I contacted from my base station. But I have to imagine he's QRO. Or New Zealand could just be like the money, you know, it's just east of Australia. Maybe it's like the closest country to me. West of the US, right? I know there's some other, like Japan. Is Japan closer to Utah than New Zealand? We're in the same hemisphere. Jeez, Les has a great signal tonight. Man, he was freaking booming. That's one of the loudest I've heard him, but he gave me a 529, so it just goes to show it's not always both ways. 529 is pretty weak. But 5 watts, I'll take 529 every day. I think I just saw Bigfoot behind me. I kind of want to switch frequencies. I kind of want to hop over to 30 meters. I couldn't get my logbook open fast enough. That's what happens when I'm looking at the POTA site. Oh, I think my X, no. Yeah, starting to get some weaker signal reports, but you know it's back east, Arkansas, Georgia. Whoa! I have never seen. Look at that. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Not a duck or a goose. It's like a crane. I've never seen them fly in like formation like that. There was like 20 of them. They were a lot of them were up here. You guys couldn't see. I would not want to be a fish though. Yeah, I wonder what this. Maybe it's just too early in the day, but it's kind of a slower activation. I'm usually pretty back to back here. I have 15 QSOs in 29 minutes. I'm drenched in sweat. There's an Alaska station I could go hunt. Is that zero? Yeah, I don't know why I copied one there. Ham2K Polo has helped me 11-fold, 100-fold. The only times where it trips me up compared to pen and paper, hence I might have got that. Was it K7ZYV? I have found that some hunters just won't even respond unless you like send them their RST. And I learned that from Thomas K for SWL. He'll keep sending their RST until they come back. Sorry. But that's literally what I was saying though, is like if I'm not copying on the fly with my head copy and I get a little behind, I'll start to question what I heard. Whereas with my pencil in my hand, I'm always writing. So this actually lets me be a little lazy. Because I'll be looking at like my POTA site, whereas normally I could be on my phone, but also my pencil in my hand. So I think my camera's overheating, but we're on 30 meters now. I think we're clear. But yeah, I couldn't really get a match on 15 meters on my QMX. I may have an issue there with my toroid. But I love 30 meters. I was at field day and the CW guys, I was in this little CW group, and they told me 30 meters is CW only. And I didn't know that. There's Brent again. love when guys pick me up on multiple frequencies, multiple bands. But I was a 599 on 20, and I'm a 339 on 30 with Brent. That might not mean anything though.